So in the last video we learned how to solve this problem by hand, and solving this stuff by hand takes forever, and most people don't generally solve this thing by hand, especially with big numbers. Like we did this with 10, so we had to find distances for 10 numbers and then add all those numbers up and then divide them by how many numbers there are. Now imagine you have a data set of 1,000 numbers. Like you're not going to sit there and find the distance from every number to the center, square that number, and add them all together, and then divide by 1,000. Like that would take forever. So that's why these graphing calculators are really, really nice. You should notice that they have a stat button. And on the stat button, if you click on it, they have all these different features. The first feature we want to go to is edit. And you can see that they have multiple lists. We want to just stay in list 1 for right now. And we're just going to put all our numbers into list 1. So we're going to say 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, and 9. And there is our 10 numbers in list 1. We're then going to click Stat again, and you see you have a Calculate button. Now you have a whole bunch of calculations that this thing can do, and some of them are really, really useful for later. But for right now, the one we really want to care about is this one variable stat. So we're going to click on this one variable stat. And then we are going to hit enter. Now you can see on this one variable stat you have a lot of information. Like you can even hit the down arrow and get to more information. And you might go, oh man, all this looks like gibberish. But you should look and see, oh, I recognize a symbol. There's that sigma symbol. That sigma symbol stands for our standard deviation, which if you remember from the Excel doc that we got before, hey look, that is the exact same one we got before. So, again, all you have to do is click Stat, go into your list, type in all your numbers, hit Stat, hit Calculate, hit Variance Stat 1, click it, look at that, and that will give you your answer, which we're going to just say is 1.6. Now you might go, hey, if I get my standard deviation now of 1.6, how do I find my variance? Well, variance is just standard deviation squared. So you just go back into here and you say, okay, 1.6 is my standard deviation. I square that. My variance is 2.6 or 2.5. Or 2.56, if we write it all out. But that is how you do it with the calculator. And you can see, even from the timestamp on the video, this problem took me maybe 15 seconds to do compared to the other one, which took a little bit more work. Your calculator just has these programs in it, which is really, really nice. So, like, for these things, a lot of times you do not want to calculate these things by hand. It's just so much easier to calculate it on the calculator.